All right, let's talk about Microsoft Excel. Today, we're going to demystify it. Forget about all the complexity you might have heard about. Our goal is simple, to get you from a blank screen to a useful working spreadsheet in just about 5 minutes. So let's dive right in.
Have you ever opened up Excel and just stared at it? That giant blank grid of boxes? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. It can look pretty intimidating, kind of like a blank page with way too many lines on it.
But we are absolutely going to flip that script. By the end of this quick explainer, that grid won't be a source of stress anymore. It's going to be your secret weapon for making sense of pretty much any data you can imagine.
Okay, so first things first, before we can build anything cool, we really need to get the lay of the land. We have to understand the absolute basics. Everything, and I mean everything, in Excel starts right here with the cell. Just think of it like a little Lego brick. It's a single box where you can put one piece of information, a word, a number, a date, whatever you need. It's the atom of your spreadsheet universe.
So how do you find any one of these little boxes? Well, it's kind of like playing Battleship, you know? The columns are the vertical stacks with letters at the top, A, B, C, and so on. The rows are the horizontal lines with numbers down the side. Where they meet, that's the cell's unique address. So the one in the very top left, that's A1. Simple as that.
Now look up at the top of the screen. You see that big collection of toolbars? That's called the ribbon. It's basically your command center, and it's organized into different tabs. For now, we're just going to focus on the Home tab. That's where you'll find all the essentials, like making your text bold or adding borders.
All right, enough talk. Theory time is over. Let's actually get our hands dirty and turn this blank page into something that's actually useful. We're going to build a super simple sales table.
This is super easy. Just 4 simple steps. First up, we need some headers. So just click into cell A1 and type product, then pop over to B1 for price and C1 for quantity. Next, just fill in a few rows with some fake data. And finally, let's make it look nice. We'll select those headers and make them bold, then we'll select the whole thing and add some borders. It just makes it so much easier to read.
And there it is. See that? With just a couple of clicks, what was just a jumble of data is now a clean, organized table. This is the first crucial step to making your information actually mean something.
Okay, our data looks good, it's all organized. But now it's time for the real magic of Excel. We're going to use something called formulas to make this spreadsheet do the heavy lifting for us.
And here it is. This is maybe the most important thing you'll learn today. In Excel, all the magic, every single bit of it, starts with one simple character, the equal sign. That little symbol tells Excel, hey, wake up, it's time to do some math.
Sure, you could pull out your phone and use a calculator to add up those quantities, but why would you? The beauty of using an Excel formula like equal sum is that it's alive. If you go back and change one of those numbers, the total updates instantly all by itself. No more redoing all your calculations by hand.
And hey, it's not just about adding things up. You can do any basic math you want right there in the cell. You can also use other cool built-in functions, like average, to instantly find the average price of your items. The possibilities are huge, and it all starts with that equals sign.
So let's recap. We've got our data organized. We've used formulas to do some calculations. Now for the really fun part. Turning those numbers into a picture, something you can understand in a single glance.
But before we make that pretty chart, let's do one last bit of housekeeping. Over in the Data tab, you've got these amazing tools, Sort and Filter. With Sort, you can rearrange your table, maybe alphabetically by product name. And with Filter, you can temporarily hide rows to focus on just the stuff you care about. It's incredibly powerful. Okay, let's add just one more column to our table. We'll call it Total Sales. And to get that, we'll just multiply the price by the quantity for each item. Easy. Now our data is perfectly set up for what's next. And this is the payoff. With just a couple of clicks over on the Insert tab, we can transform that table into a simple bar chart. Look at that! You don't even have to read the numbers anymore. You can just see instantly that item C is your biggest seller. That's the power of visualizing your data. And finally, please, 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 don't forget to save your masterpiece. Just head over to the File tab. You can save it as a normal Excel file if you want to edit it later, or even as a PDF if you want to send a snapshot to someone. And here's a pro tip for life. Save your work often.
And just like that, you did it. You went from a scary blank grid to a smart, organized visual tool that tells a story. You see, every set of data has a story hiding inside of it.
Now that you've got the basic tools, what story are you going to uncover?